What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Diana, and for today's video we're going to do a get ready with me / story time of how I decided to get into the makeup industry. So initially this was going to be a BoxyCharm monthly unveil and demo video, but I'm just I'm just not feeling that anymore. And let's jump right into the get ready with me with the story time. Okay guys, so first things first, I am going to prime my eyes with a little soft ochre paint pot from MAC. And I just grab whatever little blending brush and swirl in there to grab enough product and just go ahead and pat that all over my eyes. You want to just pat all of it in. I always start with my eyeshadow first because if I do mess up or if I don't like the color combination, I just always wipe it off. I know a lot of people start with their foundation first, but then they get like all this fallout. If you're working with glitter and stuff, it gets so messy, so I always do my eyeshadow first. So I feel like me, joining the makeup industry and starting like a makeup channel and a YouTube channel based on beauty, really came to a surprise to some people, because in high school I was a really natural girl. I didn't even start wearing makeup at all until junior year, and then I didn't wear makeup. I would wear eyeliner. I used to wear just liquid eyeliner, no concealer, no brows, and then I would just put a pink lipstick on. And since I've always been a little bit oilier, I would always just put on this Maybelline powder, and that's it. That is all the makeup I ever. And not only did I not wear makeup, I was that annoying girl. I was so fucking annoying, I swear to God. If I were to meet my high school self, I would we would not be friends, because I was girls, because all my friends started wearing makeup in middle school. They started wearing mascara, they started wearing eyeshadow. It wasn't good eyeshadow, no tea, no shade, it was bad eyeshadow, but they were experimenting makeup, whereas when I I started really late in comparison. Yeah. And to top that off, I was why are you guys wearing makeup? You just need to be naturally beautiful. Natural beauty is the way to go. You don't need it. When I look back at it, I'm oh my God, I can't fucking stand myself. I really can't. So then the summer before 11th grade, I was you know what, I think it's time for me to start wearing a little makeup. So I went to Sephora and I bought the Sephora brand liquid liner, which I do still love. But I've never had good eyelashes, so I wouldn't wear any mascara because I feel there was no point, because my eyelashes don't curl, they go straight, or sometimes they even go down. So I should and then I didn't know how to do eyeliner, so I would literally just do eyeliner where your eye starts going down. I would do the eyeliner from this little part, and I would do I would do a wing, but I would just go straight, and then I would connect it, and then that was it. And I didn't wear any brows, I wouldn't wear any blush. I would put on a bright pink lipstick, and then I used to have really good skin. My skin is still, it's okay, but I used to have really good skin because I would really take care of it. So I wouldn't wear any foundation. I would just put a little bit of powder. And that was it. And then I used to have this pink lipstick, and then I had this red lipstick, and I used to wear that by itself. Oh my God, the pink lipstick I used to wear was I used to wear this pink lipstick in high school with nothing. Yeah. That looks cute, right? Yeah, it doesn't look cute when you're not wearing any fucking makeup. And of course it was a matte lipstick, because this is when matte lipsticks were really poppin'. So everybody's on matte lipsticks, and I think I got it from I don't know, it was Maybelline or L'Oreal, whatever. It was it was not even an expensive lipstick. Nowadays I would never wear matte lipstick with no face. You can't do that. If you're gonna be wearing lipstick, you need to wear a gloss with no foundation. That's, I don't care, that's the only way I'll ever wear anything on my lips if I don't have foundation on nowadays. So yeah, I was super fucking annoying. Didn't wear makeup. The heaviest makeup I ever wore was for my prom. I had my cousin, she gave me a smoky eye, and we did contour and all the other stuff. And then I was oh my God, I feel kind of cute, I look cute. And then also my senior year, I was just going through things. I got really sick. I was going to the hospital, and like I was getting carried out by like an ambulance in school. It was like so much, like it was like drama, like. And now that I look back, I am kind of glad that I started wearing makeup late, but at the same time I feel like if I would have started wearing makeup like in high school, like my skills would be like ridiculous by now, because once I did go in, I went like fucking in. So then I graduated, and you know, I was like, man, like, you know, I kind of want to get more into makeup. This is when makeup was like really starting to pop, like on Instagram and stuff. And I was like, I don't know, like, I was like, I don't know, like I kind of like it, like it's kind of cute. Like whenever I like to be like arreglada, I've always been like that. I always like to like look nice, I always to dress nice, smell nice, of course. So I went to Sephora, and I was, dude, I was balling out. Like every time I was going to Sephora, I was spending like $150, $200 like all the time. But I didn't know what the fuck I was buying. I was just buying like anything that looked good. I was buying. I had no idea how to color match myself. I had no idea about undertones. So the first like high-end foundation, liquid foundation that I ever purchased was the Kat Von D one, and I bought it because my friend Brianna was using it, and I was like, okay, like, you know, I've seen her use it and her makeup looks good, so I'm just gonna go in there and buy it. So I went in there and I bought a foundation, and first of all, it had a pink undertone, which I am like a neutral to yellow undertone. So I was just putting it on, and I was like, yeah, you know, super full coverage. If you've ever used Kat Von D, like, you know what I'm talking about. Like, that bitch is full coverage. And that is everything that I would wear. And then I was like, what the fuck, like, this looks so freaking weird, because since pink is not my correct undertone, throughout the day I would start looking so gray. Oh my god, it was looking so bad. Like, if I ever wear like a v-neck or something, literally, like, my foundation matched terribly. Like, oh, it looked so gross. Like I'm telling you, undertones are super important, and I didn't get any help. Like, I just went in there and I was like, I need mascara, I need foundation, I wasn't even wearing concealer. I was like, I need this, I need that, whatever. Bought it. Like, you know how they have like recommended stuff? I was just buying recommended stuff. I don't care. I was like, and then I got into YouTube, and I was like, makeup tutorials. Still did not know how to do a wing eyeliner, I promise you. I was like, cute makeup girls, blah blah blah. So I started watching makeup videos. I started watching like Jenny69 and like Desi, Katie, and I was going, and I was, you know, picking up all these things that they were recommending to me, and they were still not working, and that's because I did not understand skin. They were like, my skin is so dry, you know, I use this so it can make me so dewy, so fresh looking, like, you know, and I was like, okay, like, sure, like, you know, that's cute, like, I wanna do that too. Let alone, like, I'm oily, so these face products they were recommending to me, like, they would look really good for like an hour or two, and then my oily skin mixed with Texas humidity, I would look fucking terrible. I would be cakey around my nose, yet oily, and like the pore, like they were doing like hydrating stuff when I need things that are like pore minimizing. Like, it was just a fucking hot mess. Then when I started realizing, like, hey, like, you know, that T-zone right there, like, you don't have dry skin, like, you have oily skin, like, hey, you know, you're not a pink undertone, like, you are a yellow to neutral undertone, so like, this is why you look so freaking bad all the time. When I started realizing that, this is when I started looking for like other YouTubers that had more of my skin, and that kind of led me to like Manny MUA. It led me to a lot of Boys in Beauty, because boys do typically just have like, you know, oilier skin. So that's how I got into him, and the products that he was recommending definitely worked a lot better for me. And that's how, like, slowly, like, through YouTube is like how I started learning. Honestly, like, there are still products that like they were recommended and I'll go out to buy, and I'm like, honestly, like, you done played me. So there I was, and I was like learning more, and I was like realizing like what works for me and what doesn't, who to trust and who don't, like what to look for in products, and my love for makeup just grew and grew and grew, and like, you know, I would practice it, and I was just getting better and better. And during this time I was in school, and when I graduated school, I wanted to be a nurse. So I was at the University of Houston to, like, you know, taking like these classes that I needed, taking like all like the prereqs for like being a nurse, and I also like got like my first like real job as a receptionist. And this is like when I had like an epiphany, not even an epiphany, I had like a realization that like I do not like the general public, and like no tea, no shade, like no offense to anybody, like I just don't want to work with people. I'm a Pisces, so I have like a hard shell, but at the same time, like, I'm very like, in the inside I'm really sensitive, and like I do not want to deal with people like when they're sad. Like I just feel like I don't have that in me to like deal with that and to give them the support that they need. So I was like, you know what, like nursing, like it's not for me, whatever. Just fucking did 2 semesters of this, but it's just not, like I'm not gonna do it. It's not for me, whatever. Like sorry. Like I was like glad I realized this when I was 19 instead of like, you know, when I was like 24 and a nurse already. But it's cool, you can start over. Everybody changes their major, right? That was what I was thinking. I still love science and I kind of still want to do something science related. And I was like, you know what, in high school I really loved my microbiology class. Like I could definitely work in microbiology. I can definitely like work in a lab and, you know, not have to do with people. Like I can just do with germs. Like I really love that. And I was like, I love that. Like they were gonna do that. So in school, and I'm like, okay, like, you know, I'm just gonna switch to medical microbiology. Like the classes I've taken are still counting towards that. It's cool, still on track, still gonna graduate. And then I get into medical micro. And I hate medical micro. Like I don't know if anybody has out here has ever taken medical microbiology, but it fucking sucks. And like no, like I don't mean this in a bad way. Like I hated medical microbiology. Like I really, really did. So I did that for, I took microbiology 1 and 2. 1 was good. 2 was I don't want to say it was hard, but like my heart just wasn't in it. Like I knew my heart wasn't in it at all. It's like, so I was at a point where I was like super confused. You know, I was like 20 years old and I was like, you know, like I'm doing what they say I should be doing. Like I'm in school. Like I'm trying to, you know, I'm picking these like STEM careers, you know, that are gonna like I can be successful at. And like the thing with me is that like I'm really good at teaching myself something. So if the class just consists of like reading a book and then taking a test and teaching it yourself, I will 100% teach the subject to myself. So like I was like not picky. I was just like not going to class because I was like, I hate the class and whatever, like, you know, I can just study for the test. Like I know I can pass a test, I know I can pass a class, whatever, C's get degrees, that's it. So I was doing that. And then I was just like, what are you doing? Like, why are you paying all this money? Because I don't get financial aid. So I was just paying like all of this out of pocket. I was working, I was going to school, I was still trying to have a social life. I was still doing my makeup. I was like still trying to be like cute and stuff. And I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, you're not even happy in this. But I was like, whatever. Like, I was like, okay, I'm gonna switch majors again. I'm gonna switch majors for the last time. I was like, whatever I pick is going to be it's gonna be it. It's gonna be what I'm doing forever. Like I don't care. Like I don't have time to waste. Like I'm 20 years old. Like I'm supposed to graduate college in like 1-2 years. Like get your shit done, Diana. Like your basics are done. Like all you need to do is find your career, start taking the classes for that career. Like you're fucking gonna do this shit. And I was like, all right, pick something. Like what are you gonna do? You're gonna do something science, okay? You're gonna do it good. You're gonna find a good solid job. You're gonna get this money. Like you know, you're gonna be like that girl with a degree. Like that's the plan. That's what you're fucking gonna do. And I was like, okay, all right. So I was like going through the course series. I was like, you know, like what can I do that doesn't involve people, that is science related, that all these credits that I fucking have can go towards. And I was like, all right. I was like, you know what? Geology. I took Geology 1. I really liked it. I really love learning about new subjects. I was like, you can definitely be a fucking geologist. Like, you can do this. And then I was like, so I took Geology 1. You know, took Geology 2. Like, took paleontology. Like, I took all, like, the prereqs and stuff. And I was just like, okay, like, no fucking big deal. Like, you can be a geologist? Like, yeah, like, totally. You can be a geologist, right? And then I was just like, so I was in the classes and, you know, we were talking about, like, the field work. And I was like, oh, fuck, field work. I'm like, you're gonna be outside in the Texas weather, like collecting like water samples and collecting like samples of the earth. And I was like, you're gonna be outside. And then it's so funny when I think about it now, because I'm like, the first thing I thought was like, oh my god, like my makeup is going to like disintegrate. Like I'm gonna have to be like hella putting on setting spray, because you're gonna be outside like working and your makeup's gonna drip off. I was like, fuck. I was like, but whatever, because I chose this. This is it. Not changing my major anymore. I'm too old. I've got too much money put into this. Can't do it. Like my mom is expecting this of me. My boyfriend, like my family. Like I'm supposed to be the first one to like graduate college and like make everybody proud. Like, you know, like, so I was just like, whatever, like we can find a way around this. Like we can find a way for you to like not work in the field. So I was like, okay, like I was like, so geochemistry, I was like, you already taken the chemistry classes, like they still count towards it. Like yes, it's kind of hard, but it's cool. Like you can definitely do this. Like you can do anything you fucking set your mind to, Diana. I was literally having pep talks with myself. And I was like, okay, geochemistry, took fucking organic chemistry 1, took 2, and I was like, okay, like I'm on my road to do this. keep in mind, when I was doing this, I was like solely like doing this myself. I don't know if you guys go to UH, but it's like really fucking hard to like to see an advisor. Like I could never fucking talk to an advisor unless I had like a really big problem. Like it was so hard for me to talk to an advisor. So I was like never like, I was like following my course degree, but I didn't really know, you know, like I was not putting, how can I say this? I was like not, I could have done this differently if I really wanted to. But like I said, I was just like really unhappy, but I was determined. I was like, whatever, it's okay. Like you're gonna do this, you're gonna get this degree, you're gonna go out and get a job, be like a working woman, be like super successful, like buy the books, like be really stable, like, you know, that's what you need to do. Like that's it. At the same time, like I'm still working pretty much full time. At the time I was working as a finance secretary, and I was like, okay, like this is fine, like you make good money now, you know, you're paying your way through college, like you're doing some boss bitch shit, like, you know, then you're gonna graduate, get a good ass job, and you know, just that's it, you know. And during this time, like I was tired. I was always tired, like tired 24/7, because as you guys know, like UH is a commuter college, so I would literally either go to school, I would go to school in the morning, and then I would drive like 30 minutes back to the north side of Houston to go to work, because, you know, I still had bills to pay, like, you know, still have school to pay for, I still have my own stuff to pay for. So I was doing that, either that or I was working all day and then going and taking night classes and then coming home and studying. It was a fucking mess. Like I was super unhappy, I was super sleep deprived, and I was just like, I was determined. And then my boyfriend was actually getting ready to graduate. So as he starts graduating, he's like, hey, like, so when are you graduating? Like, you need to go see an advisor. You need to, like, get it together. Like, you know, get it together so that you can, like, start planning your future. Like, you need to start thinking about internships. You need to start thinking about this. And in my mind, I'm like, oh my fucking God. Like, yeah, like, he's right. Like, this is, I need to get it together because I can't be in school forever. Like, this is what you decide to do. This is what you're going to do. So one day, like, we're just hanging out, and I'm like, hey, like, can we sit down? Like, I need to talk to you about something. And he's like, okay. He's like, what's up? Like, what's wrong? And then I just, like, start busting out in tears. Like, I started crying, like, so bad. And he's like, what is wrong? Like, what's wrong with you? And I was like, I'm so unhappy in my career choice. I was like, I don't want to be a geologist. Like, I don't want to work outside. Like, I don't want to work with rocks and plants and water and maps. I was like, I don't want to do it. It's like, I'm so unhappy studying geology. I was like, I don't want to be a geologist. Like, in theory it sounds like super cool, but like I don't, like, I'm not happy. Like, it's not, I'm like not that type of girl. Like, I don't want to do it. And he's like, so what do you, he's like, so what do you want to do? Like, you know, you need to have a game plan. Like, you need to really, like, you know, he's like, it's okay if you don't want to do that. He's like, but you need to do something, so you need to have a plan. And then I'm still like not being true to myself, you know? Knowing in my mind that I want to do makeup, I was like, I just don't know what I want to do. And then I sit him down again. And I'm like, hey, you know, we need to talk again. And he's like, oh my God, what the fuck now? And I'm like, I just want to do makeup. I was like, it's what I love. It's like, it's what I spend my time on. It's what I spend my money on. It's like, you know, I was like, you've been out with me, like, you know, we see a pretty girl and she comes up to me, she's like, hey, like, I love your makeup, what are you wearing, blah, blah, blah. And I tell her, and I'm like, yeah, I do this and that. And I was like, and that's what makes me happy, like, that's what I want to do, like, you know, I just want to do makeup. And he's like, okay, he's like, all right, so what's your plan? He's like, how are you going to do it? You're gonna get on Instagram, you're going to start YouTube, you're going to start working at, like, a MAC, a Sephora, like, what are you going to do? And I was like, fuck, like, now that I've finally been true to myself, like, what the fuck am I going to do? And then he's like, and what about school? Like, you know, you already have all the school. And I was like, first of all, fuck school. Like, I hate school. And I was like, I'm good at school, but I fucking hate school. It hurts my soul. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna start my makeup Instagram. I'm gonna get a following. Then eventually I'm gonna get on YouTube with tutorials. Then I'm gonna do brand deals. I'm gonna do this. And the whole time in my head, I was like, I'm like, you stupid bitch. Like, this is not for you. Like, little Mexican girls from Texas, like, you know, this is not what they do. Like, this is what, like, pretty girls from California with daddy money who don't need to worry about paying the bills, like, that's what they do. Like, this is not for you. And at the same time, I'm like, no, like, I don't have a choice. Like, I hate everything else. Like, makeup is all I got. Like, makeup is my bread, it's my butter, it's my passion, it's like, it's my addiction. Like, this is all I want. I don't know, I feel like I need to say this, but like, I am like not the type of person to take risks. I'm really, really scared of rejection, as in like, I don't ever put myself in situations where I am gonna get rejected, because I take it like super personal, even if it's not. Like, I'm always been like so scared of like Like I would never, if I didn't think I was like 100% gonna succeed or be good at something, like I just would never do that. So like having voices in my head that were like, no, like, you know, there's already established makeup gurus, like there's already, like why would anybody follow you? So I make my Instagram and I still don't know anything about like social media and stuff. Like, you know, I have my personal page, but I have no idea how to like get followers, how to work like hashtags, how to like get to the top of your charts, like how to work the algorithm. And the whole time, like I said, I don't do well with rejection. So I'm like, what the hell? Like, why do I only have this much? Like, I thought that was a good post and it didn't do right. And it's like, you know, like not understanding like there's a specific time to post for your for the people that follow you. Like, you know, there's a specific hashtag to use if you're trying to get to top of a chart. Like, there's a lot, you know, Instagram is like super tricky. And like, you know, like sometimes like you won't see someone's post until like 2 days. And it's because like the algorithm, like, so you really, like if you really want to make a like on Instagram, like you really need to like learn the algorithm. You need to learn how to like play the system. And like, so for the first few months of my Instagram, of my like having my makeup Instagram, it was like not only creating posts, but learning that side and still working. And at the time I switched, so me and my boyfriend, we talked about it, and he's like, hey, you know, if you want to do this, if you plan on one day being your own business, being your own company, he's like, you need to learn about business. It'll really benefit you. So I was like, okay, like, you know, that kind of makes sense. Yeah. Like, I'll just, you know, I'll go ahead and I was like, fuck it, I'll get a business degree. And, you know, no tea, no shade, but it'll be easier than, like, going through all these lab hours. And I could get, like, all my friends together, and I give, like, a little public service announcement. And, like, guys, like, I sit them all, like, down individually, and I'm like, guys, you know, we need to talk. And they're like, what's up? What's wrong? And I'm like, so I don't want to be a geologist anymore. And they're like, what do you want to do? And I was like, I want to be a makeup girl. And I fucking go, like, you know, again, and they're like, okay, like, that fucking makes sense. Like, that really seems like what your passion is. Like, you're a fucking makeup whore. Like, what else would you be doing? And I just, like, honestly, like, I just have to say, like, I do have, like, some of the most amazing friends and the most amazing supporters. Like, I never, ever imagined that I would get, like, this type of, like, love. Like, every time I do, like, a poll, like, on my Instagram, or, like, I ask guys, like, hey, like, can you please tag this brand, blah, 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 blah. Like, I just get, like, so much love, and I'm like, wow, like, that means a lot to me. Like, that literally means everything. I'm, of course, you know, I'm still working, and I'm like, fuck, like, how am I going to balance, like, my work, you know, my class of like learning about social media marketing, like making YouTube videos, edit them, making Instagram videos, editing them, making looks. Like, I'm like, how am I gonna do this? Like, I don't know. Like, there not enough time. There's like not enough hours for me to do everything that I want to do. Like, and I'm like, no, like, no. Stop telling yourself that, Diana. Stop putting yourself down. Stop making it seem like it's never been done before. Like, you're not the first person to do this. Like, if this is what you really want, if you really want to be a YouTuber, if you really want to be like a makeup artist, like this, like, you will find a way to get this shit done. Like, just the first step is to create it. The first step is to start it. I don't know about you guys, but like, I do believe in, like, if you put something out into the world, like, the world will give you what it is. So as silly as it sounds, like, I was telling myself, I was like, every day I'd be like, you're gonna be a makeup artist, you're gonna be a YouTuber, like, this is gonna be your career, like, you're gonna put in the work, you're gonna put in time, and you will see outcome if you do that. So I was constantly telling myself that. And even though, like, I have had videos that have flopped in the past, like, I'm like, okay, like, it doesn't matter, like, this happens, you know. Sometimes you don't get the interactions on Instagram that you want. Like, sometimes you fuck up and you post when you're not supposed to. Like, sometimes people don't like your look. Sometimes you aren't good enough, but that doesn't mean you stop trying. That doesn't mean that just because you get one no, or you're finally getting rejection in your life, doesn't mean that, you know, that's all. Like, it doesn't mean that that's writing, like, your story for you. Like, you are still in control of this. Like, this is still gonna be your career, and all you gotta do is work. And so that's honestly, like, my mindset now. And then I found it on YouTube, and it's like, it's funny because, like, I literally celebrate, like, every milestone of, like, supporters. Like, I celebrate it. I literally just hit 100 YouTube subscribers, and, like, I know that, like I said, it's really nothing, but to me, it just means, like, so much. Like, I feel like if you want to do this, like, you can't have a backup plan. Like, that, and that's honestly, like, how I'm seeing this. Like, I don't have a backup plan. My goal in life, and what I feel like I was put here to do, is to create makeup and put and put that out into the world and put out positive vibes. Like, that's honestly like what I feel I was meant to do. I was like, so, you know, you're just gonna do your sacrifices and like, you know, it's gonna pay off. Like, there is no backup plan in my head anymore. Like, you guys are gonna be seeing me on YouTube for a long time. Like, you're gonna see me on Instagram for like a long time. I'll be popping out looks. Sometimes they're gonna do well and sometimes they'll do awesome, and that's fucking it. Alright? Honestly, I feel like representation is like super important, because you know how many time and money I would have saved if there was a girl that was like me on YouTube. And I'm talking about like not like a California girl, I'm talking about like a real Texas girl, like a Latina with oily skin. Don't get me wrong, like I'm constantly reminding myself of that. I'm constantly like edging out that voice that's like, oh, like, you know, you're literally just one of a million girls that's trying to do this, that's trying to be the next Jaclyn Hill or fucking Manny Way or whoever you fuck with. Like I know there's always going to be that voice, but at the same time, like, you just gotta tell yourself, like, it's you know, like, there's literally like no one like you though. Like, you bring something special to the table, like you bring something that nobody else has, and it's like, so why fucking not? Like, just do that shit. Okay guys, that's the end of the video. Thanks so much for getting ready with me and hearing my little rant about how I got here and how I decided to start this. Like I said before, if you're thinking about doing something like this, just go ahead and fucking do it. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.